What's up, everybody? Peace. I'm over here looking at some of my cards, and I've been finding a lot of Griffies I didn't even know I had, like this rookie card, BOOM! Or this one, BOOM! Not that anyone cares, because baseball is a distraction. But I like collecting cards. I don't let that shit distract me from what's really going on. I just like collecting them. I played baseball as a kid. And to prove that, I don't know where they went. Oh, here they are. That's me playing for the Rangers. Thank God my mom took some pictures. I played about 6 years of baseball, maybe 5. So, I wonder if anyone on this remembers who they are. Like, does anyone... I mean, it's hard to see because I'm putting it up to the camera, but... And I also found pictures of Washington, D.C. My mom told me I took my wet shorts off and ran across that shit naked. That's supposed to be my dad, sad to say. I don't even know. More baseball. They had me at, I think that second base, which that didn't last long. I played first. I played any position except catcher and pitcher. I started pitching when I played for the Elks Club. And then the judge, I was playing on the Elks Club with the ankle bracelet. And that's the only time I was able to leave my house for house arrest. I got arrested for possession of a weapon, and I kept violating probation. I think I was like 13. 14 came, boom, they shipped me out. They brought me down to Bridgeport, Connecticut. I was there for a few months till my bed opened up in New Haven, and then I was there for a long 18-month journey. Almost 2 years. Fucking, man. You know, imagine being in one of those places and your mom says she don't want you. So now, you're a young kid and you're like, damn, my mom don't even want me, so I'm gonna be stuck in here, you know? I mean, a lot of these places are still like this. There's no rehabilitation, and if there is, it's for select few, you know? And that's the problem with a lot of these places. They select who they want to help. That ain't right, man. You know, just like some programs I'm in now, as a grown man, and I see the same shit. Nothing has changed. Actually, I think it's gotten even more worse. You know, except they're more nicer at being pieces of shit. You know what I mean? They found more psychological ways to fuck you over without just saying fuck you. You know. And I was also digging through some stuff my mom had. Before, you know, I had like this stack of pictures, and this was in there. In New Britain, we have a milk place called Guida's. And this looks like it's for, I guess, I don't know how old this is, but they're prayers. And around there it says, friends fail, leaving home, you would pray. Need of peace is prayers. Need of prayer, right? And then it says, sick or in pain, when in temptation, when in trouble, when weary, when afraid, when anxious, when bereaved, when blue, comfort needed, disaster threatens, when discouraged, facing crisis, which is always. Now, as far as the government, I always stand where I stand. Behind closed doors, they're all one. I don't care what no one says. They fight and put on a show in front of people. But Trump's no different, you know. Behind closed doors, he's one of them, and that's the bottom line. I just made my video exposing the police and how they all have Masonic patches. Whether they put them on the uniform or not, they're given one of those, and they have them. So, it's not by accident these patches were created. And I highly doubt someone just made a bunch of patches, just to make them. And it's like you could dangle the truth in somebody's face, but they rather take the lie than the truth. I think that's pretty weird. I'm not saying everything's a lie, but most of it is. I think we're being lied to about 98% of everything. Where we are, who we are, how we got here, all that's known. It's been passed down by generations. Look at the native tribes, how they pass down their knowledge and wisdom. Beautiful ways. If I could live any way in my life, it would be like the native tribes. Beautiful people, man. Not like Trump says beautiful people. He just says it because he has to. They're beautiful people, man. Their culture, their way of life, period, is peaceful. The way they've balanced out with nature. Their ancestors, how they always showed respect for their ancestors. They never forgot about them. They would have sacred grounds just for burials. Unlike us, we have no respect. We walk all over their ancestors. Who knows if we put highways over them? Look at the mountains where the 4 presidents are, or 3 or 4, whatever. I don't care about that mountain with the white faces on it. I care about it when it was sacred ground. It still should be. If I had power and I was president, I would get those faces taken down off their mountain, and I'd put native tribe faces up there. Like Leonard Peltier's face, or, what's that other guy? Wounded Knee, what's his name? I can't think. But I'll put their faces up. How many treaties the U.S. broke? It sickens me to see how greedy people are. I know I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of drugs in my life. I've hurt a lot of people by doing drugs. I hurt my family. I hurt myself, friends. Prison ain't cool. People glorify that shit. They never speak the truth about it. These few channels that do, but, all these rappers glorify that shit, man. That shit is for the birds, B. Being a gangster is taking care of yourself and your family. I'm just thinking, I really don't know what to say. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone when I walk outside and all these people got masks. Like I watched a lady, she put gloves on. She put a mask on first, then the gloves. Then she went, because she was going to use the ATM. So she uses the ATM, with the gloves on, grabs the money, put the same gloves on, digs in her purse, takes her wallet out, puts the money in, with the same gloves, puts it in her purse, then takes the gloves off. And I'm like, what did she just stop? Nothing. She even infected everything. Didn't make any sense. People are doing things without thinking, and it amazes me. No one researched anything. They just threw the mask on, gloves, they started tripping out, buying everything up. Them freaking people in power are laughing at us. We're that vulnerable. We're that easy to manipulate. No one stands up anymore for anything. We're too comfortable. I fought my case 5 years. I really don't like talking about it. But I fought this case 5 years and I finally won it, and this shit happened. I've been working since I was 12. No joke. Mowing lawns, raking leaves, anything I could to make a few dollars to put away to buy me some Nikes or to buy me some good clothes. We were poor. My mother couldn't afford to get Nikes or Reeboks or all these name brand stuff. We barely were able to make it the whole month with food. I remember my mom had the paper food stamps with the blocks of cheese and the powdered milk and all this stuff. And, you know, like, there's no rehabilitation in these places. Nobody should be on state their whole life. You're supposed to be rehabilitated. They're supposed to help you get work, you know? These governments don't help do shit. Nothing. What do? Let all the corporations go overseas, right? Well, if people really cared, we would stand up and stop that. America's supposed to be the greatest country. My ass. The American dream. George Carlin said it the best. Yeah, the only way you can live the American dream, you have to be asleep to dream it. It's the only way you can live that American dream. Man, you know, and we put these people in power. That's the sad part. Just like George Carlin said, I don't vote. I voted one time. It was the worst decision I ever made. And he says, the people say if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. Fucking wrong. I have all the reason to complain. You voted them in. You put that piece of trash in there. That's your fault. You fucked up, not me. You know, and then I like those people who say, I had to choose somebody. No, you didn't. You didn't have to choose anyone. Just like when Trump and Joe Biden come. I'm not voting for none of them bums. We need to not vote for none of them fucking people. They don't deserve one vote. You know, Trump was really standing up, and he was doing what he said he was doing. Oprah would be in prison. All these child molester witches would be in prison. We would see it happen. Really in prison. No bullshit. No in one door and out the back. This is insane how these people get away with all this stuff. Like Joe Biden. He'll snip your daughter's hair right out and open, and the pops will be right there and do nothing. Same with the mother. I don't get it. I don't. I would have socked that dude right in his jawbone. Touching, sniffing my daughter's hair like that? Even rubbing his shoulder and then slowly going down towards her boob? Like, man. We live in a sick, fucked up world. And people just don't care. People need to get smacked around to wake up. You know what it is? If we knocked these towers over and these phones got turned off and all this TV shit, people would wake up. People would snap the fuck out of it. That's why they do everything they can to protect the towers. Oh, they're not harmful. No, they're not harmful. Because if people found out they were harmful, we'd be kicking them fucking things over, burning them, or whatever we can. So, they know once, if people lose these phones and TVs, they know people snap out of it. So you gotta keep that going. They know that part. That's why, you know, they think they're safe underground, but technically they're not. Because then they're going to be trapped under there. You don't think people will be waiting for you to come out? It's not going to happen, B. You're going to get trapped down there forever. Live underground for years, you'll go crazy. You would have to come out sooner or later. And if not, you'll get buried in there. So, a lot of things are illusions, people. Like this coronavirus. And the people falling for it, it saddens me. Oh, my family just died of it. How do you know that? Are you questioning anything? Did your person that died have complications before all this happened, right? So now, every death is COVID related. You didn't hear that nurse and the guy got shot in New York, but when he died, they labeled it COVID? Whoa. How about the guy in Colorado who had alcohol poisoning? Dude went to the hospital, they diagnosed him with COVID and killed him. Wake up, people.